anyway. Okay, we don't have those. We can't... Wait, what? Whoa! Okay, Miura's timeline is a bit varied. I have to see this. Okay. Let's do this. You think it's just like the end, like, do you think it's just closing that timeline?
No matter where I am, at least the sunset is always the same.
Okay, I think we have to consider 1985.
I don't care that we lost.
Okay.
I'm proud my country could rebuild after what happened.
Okay, this is after...
But I won't accept this future. Now that I know we lose the war, that's all the more reason to go back. I'll bring the Sentinel with me, and I'll change history. It's my duty to fight and protect the people. I have to save as many of them as I can. But what if it's impossible for me to go back? What if I'm trapped here? Chihiro. Alright, that's enough. Get it together. Don't get discouraged. You will make it back. No matter what it takes. I wonder... what if I never actually traveled through time? It's possible that space-time here is warped somehow.
That seems
It
likely.
could just be a local effect.
That
I
also
should
seems
try heading
likely.
toward the school. Maybe time is flowing normally over there.
Okay. Sure. I mean, it's definitely Miura that ended up in Amiguchi's apartment. And picked up the history book and was like, "Wait, what happened now?"
Hurry up, Miwa-chan. Slow down, Iori-chan.
Female students. Looks like the school's still here.
Were schools in Japan not co-ed in 45?
Hey, hold on.
Miura-kun? Thank goodness.
Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. So she runs into him in 1945 and is like... And Miura's like, "Why aren't you wearing pants?" And she's like, "Don't worry about it."
You're Natsuno Minami, right? The one I met at the shrine.
I cannot take any time off of this game, like...
I've got to say, you had me pretty worried. I had no idea where you went.
It's so hard to keep all of this piece together.
I can't believe you're here too.
I couldn't find you anywhere. I thought you got snatched up and hauled off to Area 51. But anyway, what have you been up to?
Wait, first...
Where have you been?
A kind student's been letting me stay at his place.
Oh, that'd be
Aside
Juro.
from that, I've been sleeping outdoors.
Outdoors?
No. Wait, that's Amiguchi. Right. So okay. So in another story, Minami finds out that Juro and Iori are living together and basically uses that as blackmail for like, "Hey, I've got a dude, like, he needs help. Please let him stay with you." And that was the end of that.
Natsuno-san.
Oh.
Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite... Yes.
Yes.
I admit, she's bright, cheerful, attractive. But right now, I have more urgent matters to tend to.
She's quite yes.
Hang on. This is my mess, so I have to figure out how to clean it up.
Yeah, because technically she brought him
Again.
forward with her, I think.
I can't really bring a boy into the house. Oh yeah. Granny Tamao went on a trip. So Juro-kun should be the only one home.
Uh-huh.
The house does have a lot of rooms.
Granny Tamao?
Yeah, see, like... Tell her, that's what I mean by, like, unreliable narrator. Is, like... Miura coming from a time period of, like, war against the Americans is looking at these giant alien tripods, or high quads, and is like, oh, I heard America had some crazy shit, but, like, I didn't know it was this bad. That's crazy.
I checked the library for any records of such a weapon. But in all of history, nothing like it has ever existed. Not in the US, not anywhere. What was that thing?
Yet, he saw them in 1945, but there's no record of them having existed. Which would imply that he jumped not only 40 years into the future, but potentially into a different timeline entirely. Oh, the emote works, Louis. But what Force is saying is on Dell's channel, it actually triggers the honk. Whereas I have thus far failed to have any emotes trigger honks. I probably should.
Why were just the Sentinel and I brought here? That thing is beyond me. I'm no expert.
So, if
I
the
know it's capable of some extraordinary
if those
feats.
weapons showed up in 1945,
Time travel, though. Could the Sentinel possess an ability like that?
if the weapons showed up in 1945, but there's no historical record of them, and now we've jumped 40 years in the future and there's no record of them existing, that means either that we jumped into a different timeline in which those weapons did not appear in 1945, or that he, or that it was just covered up. Louis, some of our characters control their own time travel and know what they're doing, and some of them just sort of like stumble into it. And Miura here just, he was being trained. He was being trained on a Sentinel, which is like the, you know, in 1945 was apparently the special secret weapon that Japan had against the US in the war. Or maybe 44, regardless. He did not know that it had time travel. But he ended up getting time traveled with it. Yeah! It's a lot! Also, Mal, you're probably right, but in, you know, it's gym clothes.
Our mother's terrible at sewing, but she made this for Chihiro.
It is,
I'd never seen her struggle
when
with
Miura
anything so
sees
hard.
her in 45, he's like, why
It's
aren't you
pieced
wearing
together with
pants?
scraps of cloth. Not the best quality. Even still, Chihiro took it with her wherever she went. Before the war, my uncle gave me a sci-fi novel. A story about traveling through time to the future.
I don't know, I feel like they had bloomers in the
It
80s.
felt like a far-off fantasy. To think it ever become
I don't know, though.
reality. Despite a catastrophic loss, Japan recovered quite well. It seems to have entered a prosperous new era. Almost too prosperous.
Yeah. Yeah, the mid to late 80s are the boom economy. Not for Street Rare. You know what? You right. We are at the school, but, you know, Vanillaware only wanted to draw one outfit on everybody, so. All right, Natsuno, what's going on?
Sorry, let me go grab my stuff really quick. I'll be right back, so just wait here. Then we'll head over to the Karabe's house.
She will come back in the same outfit.
Karabe?
This is literally just the same house. Like, actually. Dent?
Managed to leave quite the dent.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to the girl.
Chihiro? You don't have to cry. It's not like you did this on purpose. I'm sure Uncle isn't mad about it anymore.
What about you? Are you mad?
Of course not. I'm your big brother. I'll always be on your side, Chihiro. Now, come on out.
That's a big statement, considering this girl might have severe plot implications. I thought that too, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Chihiro. But why is it coming up as Dent?
So, how'd you hit the pillar with the laundry bucket? You must have been playing pretty rough.
The bunny was fighting, and it beat up giant ghosts. Cause the ghosts smash all the houses, and more of them keep coming.
Such strange ghosts. Did you come up with them yourself?
It doesn't sound like she did.
Tamao told me about them.
I'm sorry, Chihiro-chan. My father has quite a short temper. I'm sorry. This was all my fault.
I don't think it probably
Tamao-san.
was.
It only happened because I told Chihiro-chan about my dreams.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay for you to be awake right now?
Mm-hmm. I've been feeling much better lately. And I have Goto-san from Tokyo to thank for that. He's been sharing some foreign medicine with me. It's just that ever since I started.
Yeah, there's a
taking
lot
it,
of people taking
I keep
strange
having
medicine that
dreams.
give them strange
But they
dreams.
feel like more than just dreams. They're like memories that I just suddenly remember.
That's not good.
The sirens.
This is bad.
No, this is not something we want to welcome.
Turn on the radio.
This military broadcast. Air raid alarms have been sounded. Enemy is flying at low altitude. More air units to be expected. To prepare against the coming invasion. We ask all citizens to unite as we fortify our air defenses.
What it sounds like is that the meds that several characters are getting are basically suppressants, because the piloting the Sentinels takes like a severe mental toll on you, and it's what like basically erases all of your memories, and at a certain point I think even your mental state and your entire sense of self, to the point where you're basically just a vegetable. You're just a husk. And I think that these suppressants basically, like, pause the deterioration of your mental state.
It's a massive enemy raid.
We have to hurry to a bomb-proof shelter.
But we don't know. That's just what it seems like from
Come on,
context right
Chihiro-chan.
now.
We have to go.
Jiro-kun, are you home?
So that was 1945
Minami-san,
in this house.
couldn't you have knocked first?
Come on, your Granny Tamao and I are best buds.
So we've actually seen part of
We're
this scene
neighbors.
before.
Think I don't know my way around the place? Anyway, I've got a favor to ask.
Oh, Minami-san. I didn't know you lived so close.
Did you really need to come out?
I forgot it was...
You're Yakushita-san.
I forgot it was
our
Megumi.
classmate? Wait, no way. Oh,
You're right, I got that wrong.
Do you need something from him?
It's hard!
It's not what it looks like. This is just... You know...
She's walking around in bloomers all the time
Natsume-san?
because this is the character model they have
Oh,
for her.
Come on in.
Pardon my
Ahuka! That's fair. Louis, the 45 was a flashback. With the air raid siren and everything, and the little girl, that was Miura doing a flashback, remembering this house because now he is in this house 40 years later. They basically showed it to us to show us, like, hey, look, it's the same house. It's all connected.
So this house is still standing.
Who are you?
My name is Keitaro Miura.
So, it's kinda complicated.
The dent
but
isn't there.
yeah. I need you to let him stay over for a few days.
What? How do you know Minami-san?
The dent isn't there,
Come on, I know you have a spare room. Just let him stay until your granny's back.
which further suggests that this is an alternate
Don't tell
timeline,
anyone you're living with a girl.
not
The
a
details
jump
don't matter.
forward on the same timeline.
Just let him stay, alright? Thanks, see ya!
Awkward. Hey, is this okay?
Natsuno-san, is this...
It's fine, it's fine. I live super close by. So if you need anything, just let me know.
There she goes. Well, this is awkward.
It's so awkward. It was awkward before. Because, okay. Here is the... In case you missed this. Yes. Okay, Teller, you actually explained all that. And I was just going to do that. So yeah, what Teller said is what I was going to say. This is a whole thing where Megumi's like taking care of him and he kind of wants to be rid of her. But they were totally together. But Juro here lost all of his memories and now is just like, why are you just clinging to me? God. And she's like, I'm just trying to look out for you. Just trying to help. So anyway, hi.
Pardon me.
That's rough, buddy.
Natsuno-san's intentions are
It's not
good,
great.
but I really don't want to be an inconvenience.
Are you hungry? Why don't you join us for dinner?
No, I shouldn't.
Your stomach thinks you should.
But hungry though.
No, that was,
I'll go fix you a plate.
Yes, she was told not to get close to him. I assume because it would trigger his old memories, which would probably give him, like... It'll probably trigger all of the bad mental things. But also, Megumi's out here gunning fools down because a cat told her to. Doing that Madoka Magica nonsense. Specifically because she was told, like, hey, this will help, this will let you be with Juro.
So, Tamao-san is your grandmother?
I don't know anything about Doctor Who, but I
Is she in
assume
the
it's
Grandma?
similar.
She's fit as a fiddle. She's visiting relatives back in Shimane. That's why she isn't here.
Shimane. She must be with her mother's side of the family in Iwami.
I suspect what Megumi is doing is Megumi is shooting them with some sort of injector pistol that gives them, like, the ability to
Remember,
pilot a
kids,
Sentinel.
Kiryu never killed anyone.
Do you know my grandma?
She hasn't, that we
Yes.
know of.
You do. huh?
Technically. Maybe. Probably.
So then, how long do you need a place to stay?
Not long. Just until I can make my way back home.
Well, all right. If that's the case, it shouldn't be a problem. Just try not to cause any trouble. Feel free to use the guest room on the first floor.
Thank you.
Wait. Does this place have multiple floors? Because we're on the first floor. Are we gonna eat or? Is this the guest room? I guess we have to look at the TV. Louis, Vanillaware is specifically known for damn delicious looking food. And I feel like we have only seen the tip of the iceberg on it. Like,
There's a projection device where the radio used to be.
I am
It's
excited
been
about
lately
it.
remodeled, but it's the same house. I could have sworn it burned to the ground.
What now? Oh, that's right. His entire town was on. Okay. That's right. I forgot. In his story, he was literally pulling people out of the rubble of this house.
The damage on this pillar is missing,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't changed when they remodeled. If this really is the Karabe's house,
Uh-huh.
then it should be right here. Chihiro left a dent in this pillar.
Also, this happens sometimes. By the way, Miura's story didn't start in 1945. It started in 2188 with him in fucking space. So, like, this has not been explained at all, but the first scene with him was him and Natsuno in space together. Doing this damn, like, Metal Gear Solid codec call.
There was a wooden single-story house. It was built in the middle of the 20th century. That humble little place stood for about 100 years. My grandfather often told me stories about it. Some of his fondest childhood memories are at that house.
That sounds lovely. I'll have it produced for you.
You will. But all I have left are old photographs.
Produced?
That's fine. I can restore them for you.
Thank you, Mira-san. I'm looking forward to it.
Like,
Oh.
oh, there's Mina.
were you
There's
just on a
Natsuno.
call with someone else?
With Professor Karabe, yes. We were discussing the layout of the residential zone.
Oh, that's right. Professor Karabe was born in the 21st century. She's 120 years old, right? I know that she's receiving nanomachine treatment.
Son?
She still looks so young.
She's Professor Morimura's mentor, I hear. Quite an intelligent individual.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. She is the foremost expert on AI, after all.
Right. Anyway, is something wrong?
Why does something have to be wrong for me to call? Well, I just so happen to have a really urgent problem.
I
need
don't
emotional
know.
support stat, and I need it from you.
It could actually be the
That does
Matrix.
sound urgent. Then I'll be waiting.
What the fuck? The house that shouldn't exist. In 2188, she is Chihiro Morimura's mentor, as well as a leading authority on artificial intelligence. Despite the fact she's 120 years old, she looks much younger than her true age thanks to nanomachines, son! Okay. Literally, what the actual fuck? Alright, Minami's locked until we get Takamiya. And Sekigahara is locked until we get Minami. Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
Alright, when we left off, Iori Fuyusaka remembered the dream where she and Juro Kurabe searched inside a UFO. The kaiju, disappearing civilians, the countdown, it seemed like something from a sci-fi movie. Let's relive that, actually.
Behold, Iori Fui.
Yeah.
It's not so bad if I put my mind to it.
Right. You woke up. We're gonna talk about dreams.
Early cat gets.
Considering how many scenes there are in this game,
Every day, they keep me.
it's pretty impressive.
Aw.
Good morning, Fuyusaka.
I'm gonna skip through all this because most of
Oh,
the cat is actually important.
Maybe there's. Kurabe, do you still have those dreams?
So these two have dreams.
yeah.
You know that one you talked about earlier with the UFO buried underground?
Uh-huh.
UFO.
Iori! Morning. Usami-chan.
We have Jealous Face over here because Iori and Juro are getting close, and Megumi doesn't like it. But she also can't say, like, he's my boyfriend, because, like, in this timeline right now, he's not.
Good morning.
But also in Megumi's timeline,
Oh,
she's being tasked with, like, shooting people with a non-lethal gun to do a thing, and she's being told that it purges the evil.
talk a
And she's
little
like, man, I'm not really comfortable with, like,
okay. Megumi?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, oh. That scared me. Because that's also the sound of someone dropping 1,000 or more bits. And I was like, who did this? But it's also just in the soundboard folder. So yeah, Megumi is,
Go! Fight! Fight!
is tasked with, shooting people that the cat tells her are witches. And she's like, I don't like hurting people. I'm not comfortable with this. But then by the end of it, she's like, That girl Iori keeps getting close to my Juro. I hope I can hope I can cap that bitch. So that's where she left off. But anyway, let's recall the UFO. Oh, it didn't actually... Well... Oh yeah, here. This is the one. Yeah, so this is the dream. The dream.
Juro,
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried with you all by yourself. If something
But he's
would
Juro
happen to you,
Izumi now.
Juro, stop. I'm flattered you feel that way. But I can't think about this. Not now. I don't want to leave you hanging.
No, I get it. I don't know what got into me. This is no time for a confession. It would only make things more complicated. But listen, when this is all over, I'll talk to you again. Promise.
I mean... He ain't wrong.
There it is again. Were you able to find the source of these tremors?
Okino-kun. Remember the kaiju that were immobilized? They're starting to collapse.
Again,
The tunnel is blocked.
this is the dream that Iori's been having.
There's no use rushing. No one's left up there anyway.
You don't have to say it. So you remember. I'm so sorry. About your mother.
It's okay. Our work here is a good distraction. I'll check the terminal over there.
Well, I mean, sort
The
of.
block of data is still being analyzed.
I kind of got confused
It's been
first.
3 days and it's only at 1.2%. That's unusually dense. Still, the system's logical structure, it's not so far off from our own. Was Okino-kun right all along? This could be a relic of an ancient civilization.
And, like, the ancient civilization could be a future civilization at this point. We don't know! What is anything?
I wonder what this is for.
Something incredible, surely. If you asked me for my best guess, I'd say it's a transmission device. In other words, a teleporter. Don't give me that look. Hear me out. I actually found some associated data.
Come on, you've taken quantum mechanics. Transmission of matter isn't possible.
That's what our science says. We
Oh.
can't assume that alien technology is bound by the same constraints. If my theory is correct, we've got an
That is
explanation
clear,
for
Teller.
disappearances, including those of your parents, Morimura-san.
Guys, come take a look
And-
at this.
Okino also refers to her as Morimura.
The analysis took some time, but I found this.
So the implication here is that potentially
What is that?
the little tiny baby girl
This relic
and
is
this girl
enormous.
here
It's 30 kilometers in diameter.
and giant ass leather suit nurse are the same person, just at different
It
points
looks
in her
like
life.
a giant saucer.
Fascinating. So this isn't just any alien facility. It's a buried UFO.
Uh-huh.
We're only 300 meters from the surface. This facility is huge. How could it have never been discovered?
It's not likely. Rather, it may have been intentionally hidden.
A government cover-up of alien life. Sounds like a movie from the 20th century.
Those monsters on the
Juro,
surface,
shut up about movies.
are they trying to unearth this
Like,
UFO?
seriously, shut up about movies.
Just what are they after?
Except that's gonna end up being like...
It may have something to do with this.
That's gonna
It's a
be
data
like
signal being
legitimately
emitted by
important
this
later.
facility as we speak. What does it look like to you?
This is...
A countdown.
It started when the kaiju came in contact with the mainframe. Since then, the clock's been ticking.
That's really upsetting.
We should investigate further.
So when the countdown reaches 0, what happens?
It may be related to the gravity wave abnormality.
Uh-huh.
Do you think it might launch?
Let's just continue the analysis. There's no time for what ifs. We need to find out what's going on.
So that's where she left off. With her dream. Let's pick up from there. But never mind that, we're just going home from school. Everything's fine.
Ugh, I'm so dead. Pop quizzes suck. Was your grade that bad, Usami?
Hello, Hook.
At my old school, we never had class on Saturdays. Really? That sounds wonderful. Your grade wasn't so hot either, Miwako. Can we stop talking about this?
I like Miwako.
I was going to study last night, but then I turned on the TV. This school gives way too many tests.
I like Miwako a lot
I thought it'd be easier
because she's got
but
Mercedes,
harder.
voice actor from Fire Emblem Three
What school
Houses.
do you go to? It sounds quite different from ours. Actually,
And she's
it's,
delightfully thick.
you know, pretty similar.
But like in a cute way, more so than like a
The best
a
cure
sexual
for the
way.
blues is goodies. It's true. You know that bakery? Their hot dogs are so good. If we're talking about meat,
Uh-huh.
I could really go for some Nikumon. Oh yeah? Let's get both.
I
Which do
mean,
you want, Iori?
I want Nikumon.
Gotta be
Like-
hot dogs, right?
No,
They make them fresh each day.
no.
Warm sausage wrapped in a slightly sweet bun. Nikumon are amazing.
Calm yourself.
Every bite is a perfect balance of fluffy bun and juicy meat.
Like
Hot dogs, right?
Miwako is just unassuming enough
Nikumon are
to have a total heel turn at the end.
Every bite is a perfect balance of fluffy bun and juicy meat. Gotta be hot dogs, right?
Nikumon is like, if you've ever seen like the white like almost onion shaped bun, and it's got like pork inside, that's a Nikumon.
It's a perfect balance of fluffy bun
And they're delicious.
Perfect time for Nikumon.
Every time is a perfect time for Nikumon. Oh, when you see me buy the steam buns and Yakuza from the convenience store, those are, well, some of those are Nikumon. Yeah, they look something like that.
That deli's Nikumon are huge.
They are really big.
And so warm. Time to taste test. So juicy. The dough's so chewy and light.
All of her stories are told just by like,
Great to bite into.
it's just like, what food are we gonna get? All right, that'll determine the story.
Just buy 2 of these, stuff them in your shirt, and bam! Instant Morimura. Give it some thought. You'd burn yourself.
All right, that's funny. That's funny. And also, are they talking about future
From the
us?
Explorer series? What is that? Oh, that one.
Hey, let's consider 2089.
2089. That's what year it was in my dream.
Okay.
He said he'd gone back in time 16 years.
Oh, that dream, the one on the
If
bridge.
that was a real premonition, something's gonna happen in the year 2105. That's 120 years from now.
But it left me with more questions than answers. It's always like that. So you know it?
It left me with more questions than answers.
I usually like the music show in that time slot. Today's top hits remind me of.
All right, let's consider everything
A
else.
giant UFO buried underground. Was it a premonition? Oh, that's crazy.
Everything is crazy.
It's getting to my head. Once she starts talking about UFOs, you'll never hear the end of it.
That's true.
Gotta love her though. A giant UFO.
Whoops.
Was it a
I didn't mean to do that.
Maybe not once she starts. Gotta love her.
These days,
Every day they keep me up at night. So sleepy.
Spam's all right.
different from before.
Whenever I think about him, my heart starts racing.
Oh, that's right. Who was it? Sekigahara, I think.
If I said that, would he laugh at me?
I think she literally ran down the street and bumped into A Sekigahara in front of her school with toast in her mouth
Singing than listening.
and is literally doing the thing.
Yua-chan's my good friend. She's gentle, kind, loves talking about romance.
Yeah, we got this already.
Usami-chan sits at the desk in front.
Right.
She has red glasses.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of hard to explain. Is it foreign music? Not exactly.
I can't just say it doesn't exist yet.
Wait,
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
wait.
Why are you being like this?
Sorry, Miwako.
Hold
For
on.
the blues is goody.
Hold the phone a minute.
You know that bakery? I might put on weight.
That's fine.
Hot dogs are so good. If we're talking
You're
about
delightful
food,
just as you are.
I could really go for some Mikuman. Oh yeah? Which do you want? Me?
Well, we already did one, so let's get both.
I'm with Usami-chan. Let's eat hot dogs.
Yes.
Those just look like yakisoba pan. Nobody holds hot dogs like this.
That was a cute bakery.
Right? Let's eat before it gets cold.
Yeah.
I'm like actually kind of upset by this.
What sauce is that? It's kind of spicy.
It's chili sauce. Yum.
Oh, I see. We're eating chili dogs.
Love the kick. I'm not a kid anymore.
You're
Too
too
mature to
slow.
handle this stuff.
Sometimes I forget my own soundboard commands.
You've got chili sauce all over your mouth.
No, she doesn't.
You look sleepy again. Are you doing okay?
I'm fine.
Something happened? I told you, remember? Iori-chan collapsed in the science room.
Wait, I don't remember that.
I was still at school, so I took her to the nurse's office.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, thanks for coming with me.
Goto-senpai really saved the day. He carried her there in his arms like a princess.
I can hardly believe
A hot dog with lettuce? I guess that means it is a
That's the
sandwich.
shocking part.
I'm so dead.
Ever since that day, I can't stop thinking about him.
Wait,
Was it all just a dream?
what? Let's recall. Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember.
And that about does it for this
I do
weekend.
not remember collapsing in the science room. I don't remember seeing that. It's because we haven't seen it yet.
Good going, Karabi-kun. Something wrong?
The door won't open.
Oh, it's this one. I guess
Senpai gave me a key
I
ring.
guess you and I are just
None of these
locked
seem to
in this
open the storage
room together,
Well, that's a problem.
alone.
What do we do with all the equipment?
I guess just leave it.
We can't do that.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll get the key from the teacher's lounge. You can go back to class, Karabi-kun. I'll take care
There
of
isn't
that.
anything about sauerkraut that really appeals
Sorry
to me.
about that.
Hey, no worries. Good job today.
Oh,
She's in the same grade as me.
that door.
But she talks like she's my older sister.
This building is so old. And so quiet. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, we're definitely playing with like different genre conventions in each of these stories,
There
which
we go.
serves to keep us
Now I can put stuff away.
very off balance.
Huh? Who's there?
Yeah, actually, what?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to surprise me, right? Right?
Yeah, one swerve.
Come
There
on.
have been
This
no
isn't funny.
swerves thus
Just chill
far.
out, okay? What the? No one's here. It's so bright. What's going on?
Wait, hold, wait.